nearby her. Super relevant against like Lady of the Lake, which is going to be really cool. You don't get your life taken away or anything like that, or your mana taken away. You're destroying it, so that's going to be really cool. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. Today we're doing a brand new hero breakdown on the Cheetah Tamer. We're talking about Devana. She's got 741 on her attack, 756 on her defense, and 1404 on her health. Statistically, her attack power is solid. She's got pretty good defense and above average health. I do like what she's putting down. She is running at average speed. She's part of the brand new hero of the month that came out. She has 2 different abilities, which I really appreciate. She resists minion effects. This hero has an innate resistance against incoming negative effects and damage from minions. So if you try and take away her minion from Bara, she says, nope, not gonna appreciate it. And if you try and deal damage with your minions, she says, nope, not gonna appreciate it. She also resists dispels. So if you try and dispel her, she says, what do you think? Nope. Not all right. Sorry. She deals 255 damage to the target and nearby enemies, summons a Lynx minion with 35% HP and 35% attack inherited from the caster. Before the Lynx minion hits the target, it destroys all minions for the target, dispels buffs from the target and nearby enemies, and Elemental Link gives all holy allies small amount of mana at the end of each turn for 5 turns. This effect can't be dispelled. Really solid character. I love her Lynx minion. It's actually the biggest minion that we've seen. It does create 1 minion, but that thing just sucks up a ton of life. I really like that. It's really cool that she's also destroying all the minions when the Link hits, and it also kills the minion before it actually deals damage from the Lynx minion, which is really solid. This video is sponsored by Gemstone Legends, the brand new RPG strategy match 3 game of the year. Empires and Puzzle players have been loving this because you can do diagonal moves so you don't get messed over by the board. You can take your 3-star characters and bring them up to 6 stars, and you get equipment you can throw on every single person to make them even stronger. Now's the time to download Gemstone Legends. All you gotta do, click on the link in the description. Make sure you type in my promo code #Anchor_2021 hashtag to get a free epic starter bonus. You get an epic hero, you get 500 gold, 5 gold scrolls, and 300 gems. Thanks again, Gemstone Legends. I do love that she's dispelling the target and nearby enemies. She's one of the only characters in yellow that is doing the dispel effect, so that's really important and relevant. I think the only other one is Costume Vivica, I believe. One of the Vivicas also dispels as well too. So that's really solid. She is also dealing damage to target nearby enemies, which is quite useful. I do like this character. This is a pretty solid hero of the month. The biggest thing that she's doing is she is super impactful on offense with all of these minion defenses that we're seeing, and not to mention she's resisting anything from a minion itself. So I do really like that. It would be awkward the Devana battle each other because they're both trying to fight with their minions and they're not dealing damage with minions. That'd be kind of awkward to see. But she is a ranger class hero, and as you read with her minion, if you're throwing some emblems on her, you definitely want to focus on her HP and her health. So I would prioritize your attack power, health, maybe actually health, attack power, defense, which is actually a super uncommon way of building a hero these days, but you're going to be building it for the minion itself because that's the biggest draw to be using this character. So keep the minion alive, keep her alive, and then if you need to be dealing damage, you get the extra bonus there. We take a look at what she does against a Titan. She's pretty pathetic. She doesn't really do anything. I'm not a big fan of her on Titans. It is important to note that she does remove the minions from the rare Titans. Or sorry, not the rare Titans, the mythic Titans. So that is a little bit of a relevant thing to be able to remove that. So that's kind of useful. But in terms of regular Titans, it's not going to be that helpful or useful really at all. You're just kind of summoning a minion. You don't really care about the damage you're dealing. Dispelling the buffs isn't going to be super relevant. So I'm not a huge fan there. I'm trying to think of the purple Titans. The rare Titan, it's not really going to be too much of a factor there. You can let me know in the comments. I might be wrong. I don't think that the rare Titans are going to be super valuable in terms of dispelling. I think it would be relevant against the yellow Titan, because I know that that's super helpful on the reverse, but I don't think the purple rare Titan is really going to be relevant in terms of dispel. Not a big fan. She's going to get the B grade there. We take a look at her offensively though. She is currently sitting at an A. Obviously, if you're going up against a minion, that's going to go more towards A+, because you can pretty much just take over. You're setting yourself up to where any minions are going to get destroyed by her. Super relevant against like Lady of the Lake, which is going to be really cool. You don't get your life taken away or anything like that, or your mana taken away. You're destroying it. So that's going to be really cool. I do love the size of the Lynx minion, so you could really kind of take down some of the defenses every single turn. Hopefully you're hitting it. But against other defenses that aren't really going with the minion route, you're not really too concerned about her direct damage and then just creating her minion. It's going to be effective, but I think that they're just a little bit better characters. Now, it is important to note that she does dispel. So if you're using yellow heroes and they have Sif, she could be really quite useful there, but you're kind of almost suiciding herself when you're going that route. So I think in certain instances, she's an all-star, but overall, she's going to sit at an A. When we take a look at her defensively, she doesn't really do a whole bunch that you really care about as much as you would like. Currently, she's sitting at a B+ in the tank position. Her creating the minion, it is kind of useful. She is dealing damage to target nearby enemies. You're not really that concerned too much about the minions being created on their side, and potentially not the dispelling the buff. So you don't really get to take advantage of that too much. Not to mention her elemental link is pretty much useless on defense except for herself. So she's just better than average. She's not bad, and she just kind of sits in that position throughout the flank and the wing. Essentially with the other ones, you're kind of potentially in a situation where you're not dealing as much damage against the other ones, but you could maybe take advantage of her dispelling. So it's kind of like vice versa. She's not really bad. She's just above average. She's going to sit at a B+ on the defense. If we take a look at her weekly raid, she's currently sitting in an A- on rush attack. Obviously, creating a whole bunch of Lynx minions is going to be pretty sweet. Obviously, if you're going up against heroes that have a bunch of minions, she's going to be pretty amazing. But that is kind of the biggest factor. You have to ask yourself, are you having issues with characters that have minions or not? And that will kind of determine whether or not you're going to level this character up. On buff, she is going to sit at a B+. Obviously, it helps out that she's going to dispel. So maybe that grade should go up to an A- potentially, with her running at average speed. I just wish that she was dispelling all enemies. Not a huge mega factor, but she is certainly relevant. And then in Bloody Battle, she's going to get the A-. She's almost kind of pseudo healing herself by adding a minion, which gives her life. And then she's also just dealing damage. So I do like that quite a bit. She is currently sitting at an overall grade of a B+. She definitely slacks in terms of the Titans. She's pretty awesome and amazing on offense in certain circumstances, but on defense, she struggles a little bit. And I think that there's a little bit better characters I would choose in the weekly raid, but overall not a bad character at all. I think one of the better hero of the months that they have come out with and released. So let me know in the comments. I appreciate all the support. Make sure you like, you subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.